Welcome to Hush. So, by the title, it might seem like I know how to get to clarity from contradiction. That's the whole thing. I'm kind of stuck on contradiction, don't know how to get to clarity. And I think it's because there isn't any. Life is life. Life can be crazy, it can be painful, it can be joyful, it can be full of love or full of hate. We do create our lives in a lot of ways. There's also things that happen to us that we really have no control over. So it's hard to say. It's kind of like nature versus nurture. How much am I creating and how much is just that a natural disaster happened and it happened in my area and affected me, right? There's people who die or lose homes or whatever through natural disasters, right? And can we really say that that was them creating their life through any means at all? I just don't think so. Although I do believe that we do create our realities and we can all be walking around in the same place, but living in different realities. The confusing part for me has been the last 2 years, living my best life and my most heartbreaking and traumatic life all at the same time. So being in my 40s and discovering really who I am, having an opportunity to find myself apart from motherhood while I'm still in the midst of motherhood, all of it has allowed me to make some great friends, find an amazing partner, and start living the type of life that I've always dreamed of. It's like last weekend I was away in one state, next weekend I'm going away in another state, the weekend after I'm going away in another state. It just seems like I'm living the life and I could portray it that way. But if you look at my social media, it's like trauma and family courts, my children, awesome trip, amazing vacation with my kids where I got to show them all kinds of awesome things and we just had the best time of our lives and it was great. But all of my children aren't on those trips. And so there is this huge divide within me existing all at the same time where I am making these amazing memories with my children and just having the best of times, going to the best of places and doing the best of things, right? We could be going to Hawaii or traveling the world. That's the next step. That's on for next year. Maybe it's like a 5-year plan. I don't know. I don't really plan things anymore. But that's the hope, to get to those other places. For now, we've just been traveling more in our area, basically New England. But still, it's been amazing. We've gone to New York too. And, who could complain about that, right? I could pull out my social media and look at it, but I don't need to. I look at my camera roll and I have to scroll so far just to get through the last 3 months because there's just endless pictures of just joy and beauty and love and excitement. And yet all my children aren't there. There's other challenges that really don't need to be spoken about right now, but there's other challenges within the midst of all of this, going through a contentious divorce, dealing with all this. People always say, it's so funny on social media to get to know what different people in the world think about things, but I've heard so many people say like contentious divorces are because of both people, and it's just like, no, not always. Sometimes one party doesn't want a problem and is willing to compromise and the other one just won't, and what do you do with that? And it's interesting how they blame the person that just wants peace and are like, well, you need to talk to them, you need to make them work with you. It's like, we got divorced for a reason. It's not going to happen now if it didn't happen within the marriage, right? It's just not going to happen. So there are times where one person would peacefully walk away. I gave up the house. I gave up a lot. It didn't matter. My kids are what mattered, right? Not that I'm perfect in that. I'm sure I did a lot wrong too. I know I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I'm human, and that's just the reality. But I did give up a lot because the kids meant more, and that's all there is to it. So how do I sit in this and continue to experience all of these amazing things when I'm full of so much heartbreak and trauma? I just don't know. And, to say, okay, well, you just need to heal and move on. How do you heal and move on when your 11-year-old is being withheld from you for 6 months now, after being withheld for 6 months last year? And he's going into 6th grade just in a couple weeks. And I'm going to miss that. I'm missing another milestone. I'm missing a major part of his development that's going to shift and alter and determine his thinking and the paths that he's going to take in life. And I'm his mom, and I don't get to be there, and I don't get to help with that. And is it because I did everything perfectly and his dad's a horrible human being? No. I made a lot of mistakes. I didn't do it all perfect. I could write a book on my own mistakes within that. Did I do anything worthy of my son hating me or leaving me? Absolutely not. My other 4 kids clearly have an excellent relationship with me, and things are great and healthy and safe and good between all of us with each other, more so than they used to be even. So anyways, there's no answer. There's no clarity. I think the greatest clarity I can come to is that acceptance is the only way to keep going within this without just completely destroying my physical, mental, emotional bodies. I got really tired this summer. I was too much for too long, and I had to step back and just start to accept and let go of a lot. And letting go doesn't mean giving up, and I had to figure out what that meant. How do you let go and not give up? It's all these things, all these conundrums, which are just so much me. So perfectly me. I want to be in the mountains. No, because I want to be at the beach. I don't know. I won't give up the ocean, but then I've been in the mountains so much this summer, and I'm just like, gosh, I don't want to give this up either. This has just been so wonderful. The sky and the air and the lakes up in the mountains are just magnificent. But I can't give up my ocean, because the ocean is so healing for me. So I'll take them both. I just have to be in 2 places at the same time, experiencing 2 different lives all at once. That's easy to do, right? Until next time.